Teachers, I just wanted to tell you that this week, the week right before the last week's school, it is known in the business as Hell Week. The reason we call it that is because there are a variety of activities that, while on the surface may appear to be fun and entertaining, are really not. The first one often involves a trip of some sort. In my case this year, perhaps that trip might be swimming. And swimming certainly sounds like fun. Who doesn't like a nice swimming? But the idea of donning a swimsuit in front of your class, that's just not fun at a certain age. And I know, ladies, some of you look lovely and you think you're gorgeous in your bikinis. But let me tell you, those children will find faults. They will be looking at those pokey veins, the fat ones, and they'll be wanting to punch on them to make them go in and out. And then they'll be looking at your nose, and they'll be inquiring why they look like Cabbage Patch dolls. It is not a good time to be putting on a swimsuit in front of the children. And then once you get through that, because that's really just day one, then you usually have some kind of ceremony. Nowadays, you got your kindergarten moving up, you got your fifth grade moving up, sometimes you got the sixth grade moving up, you got the eighth grade moving up, and you have high school graduation. And at these events, you are often required to participate in some form. It varies. Usually it involves some kind of speech where you have to get up in front of the stage and all the parents and the friends and the teachers and the students, and you have to say something about that class. Some years this is an easy task because them children are lovely and you're going to cry your eyes out when they leave. Other years it's just a tad more challenging. And you often find yourself saying things like, this is a unique class, they are special, and you wish them the best, and you're hoping things go well for them as they move on in their career. That's day two. Day 3 and 4, they're a mixed bag of tricks. Usually around day 3, they have something called a field day. Now, field days could be a lot of fun. However, there have been field day disasters. There was once a teacher, well-meaning, lovely person, and she made stress balls, with a balloon, and she filled it with talcum powder. Well, those children figured out pretty quickly that if they poked a hole in that balloon and they threw it across the room, that there'd be powder everywhere, and there was. It was a disaster. I'm telling you, that whole year the custodial staff would not even make eye contact with us. It was very uncomfortable. And then you move into that time of the year, it's just about the last day of that week, and you want to clean your room. And that's that weird time when you start cleaning and you find odd and unusual things. Like often one of the things that you'll find is a ditto that you had, or for you modern teachers, a worksheet that you had printed off that day you were going to have that real important evaluation, and you could not find that thing anywhere. Well, it's going to turn up on that day when you're cleaning your room. And then you think, oh, I could really make short work of this. I'll get the kids to help me. Teachers, that is not a good idea. Never a good idea. Because what usually ends up happening is the kids do your task. They kind of half do it, and then they run up to you and they're like, what do you want me to do now? What do you want me to do now? What can I do now? Pretty soon you're losing your ever-loving mind. Just not a good idea. And then we kind of roll in to that last day where we're ready to be done. And on the last day of school, we love everybody. We do, because we know. We know it's the last day. It's summer vacation. We start to get a little teary-eyed, don't we? Get a little emotional about losing those little darlings. And it comes from the heart. It always does. So teachers, just remember, just like we tell the kids, it ain't over yet. Just put on your big boots and get yourself ready, because it's going to be a little bit of a challenging week. But same as we tell the children, summer vacation is just around the corner.